guys, welcome back to my channel. Danielle here, and I'm with Tori. She's the owner of Nostalgic Threads on Instagram and on Depop. She's actually familiar to my channel, only her face is new. So I've actually unboxed a mystery bundle from her. So if you haven't seen that yet, I'm gonna put it up here in the cards and down below in the description. But Tori, do you want to tell us about your shop?
Yeah, okay, so my shop is Nostalgic Threads on Depop. Hoping to launch a website soon, but I focus on mostly like, I guess 80s, 90s, Y2K, streetwear, but I'm also trying to get more into like female fashion. But yeah, that's like a little summary about what I do.
And then you guys, from the title, we are actually in the car outside of the Rose Bowl. I've lived in LA for almost 4 years now and I've never been here. So my first time with Tori, I do have a budget of only $100. So I want to just give you guys more info on the type of styles that they offer here, price ranges, and whether it is worth your money. So let's go on in, see what I find. We have another $10 deducted from the $100. I just finished going through a $5 pile, so sorry I didn't record that.
She don't care at all. She said that she wait for you. She said that she needs
Yeah, it's like
get to see it. I don't wait up anymore. And if I get to know you, I'll be there. What for? Could it be that I've gone soft? Was it me that took too long?
Oh, precious little Annabelle. You're cute.
wow, it feels you feel as light as my kitten. It's crazy feeling like a
Very light.
Tori, this is the cutest thing ever. Oh, I love that. I saw this as I was passing by and had to stop because look at how freaking adorable this TV set is. The little cover up, so cute. Okay guys, I literally only have $8 left, so I am looking for pretty decent prices, anything under $5 or at least one. So we did come across these prices. I'm really hoping I come across any red tags for sure. Guys, I'm so happy to finally be home from the Rose Bowl. An hour into shopping, I was getting super sweaty, stinky, sticky, and oily, and the first thing I did when I came home was jump straight into the shower. But after shopping for so freaking long, it's nice to come home and cook a yummy meal thanks to today's sponsor, which is HelloFresh. If you watched my previous thrift flip video, you already know that I use HelloFresh outside of the sponsorship. So when they reached out, I was super stoked because I'm telling you, Arthur and I are notorious for spending thousands of dollars on eating out, and so HelloFresh has saved us so much money and time. But if you don't know what HelloFresh is, it's pretty much America's #1 meal kit that offers seasonal recipes and fresh pre-measured ingredients delivered right to your door, making cooking fun, easy, and affordable. If you're worried that you're not that great of a cook, y'all do not worry because I was in the same boat, but HelloFresh gives you that confidence because they literally have step-by-step recipes that you can choose from each week that also helps you break out of your recipe rut. My favorite part is all the time that you can save, and so the average grocery store trip takes about 41 minutes, but HelloFresh has recipes that are between 20 to 30 minutes, but they also have quick and easy options where you can literally toss it right into the oven. 10 minutes, you're good to go. So HelloFresh makes it super easy to skip the grocery trips and make chef-curated meals at home. HelloFresh also has a mission of sustainability, so every recipe includes pre-portioned ingredients, which means less prep time for you, but also less food wasted. And of course, all the packaging is made from almost entirely recyclable and or already recycled content. but they're also very flexible with the meals and the recipes that they offer so that it fits into your own lifestyle. But you can always add extra meals or little meal complements, and my favorite is their cheesecake. It is so smooth and creamy. Adding those little desserts or appetizers is always an option, but they also do their part to give back. They've donated over 4 million meals to charity in 2020, and they continue to do so even in this COVID crisis. But if you guys want to go check out HelloFresh, visit their website at hellofresh.com and use my code TWINL14 to get 14 free meals, including free shipping. You guys will not be disappointed, but let's get back to this Rose Bowl thrift haul. Let's go ahead and get started with showing off these items because they're too freaking good. Also, I wish I could have remembered to gone back to the shops and the stores that I purchased from, but y'all, I was up at 5:30 to get there at 6, so I was so tired and low-key out of it. So if I did get the shop name, I'll put it somewhere in the bottom just so that you guys can check them out on Depop or Instagram, whatever they have. But the first piece I have, you guys, look at this shirt. So it's actually Cirque du Soleil merch, so it could have been from one of their shows, but look at the patchwork, the contrast stitching going on, and look at this little vent here in the front. Isn't that so freaking cool? And so the booth that I went to that had this, all of their items didn't have any price tags. So I was just like, Danielle, don't even walk in. It's gonna be expensive. Don't get attached to any pieces. But then I saw this one. It was in a size small. And so I had to ask. I was expecting something around like $30 and up, but it was only $17. So I was just like, okay, as long as it's under 20, it'll be within my budget. But let me just bring you in closer so we can check out some of these squares. So we have an orange one. My favorite one is the purple one here. I just feel like with the little gradient that it has, we have so much going on. And then the blue one just has the graphic logo for Cirque du Soleil. I think the sleeves are pretty cool too, just because everything here on the bodice is so freaking colorful and it's very obnoxious, but the sleeves are a bit more fitted, and in the black tones everything down for sure. The next 8 pieces are from the same shop, and so while I was going through all the bins, Tori was actually chatting it up with the owner. So while I was listening, I kind of learned that the owner is in costume design, and so she got her hands on some of the coolest, craziest stuff, and her prices were incredibly reasonable. And I walked out with, spoiler alert, all of them are bustier tops. And so look at this first one. I try to get all of them in at least a size A or B cup so it can fit me, but come on, who am I kidding? I don't really fit into a B cup. I'm hoping that if I tighten it enough, it'll fit me. And if not, I'm probably going to sell them. So this one for sure does fit me. And look at how freaking adorable it is. But this one I really like because even though it does have boning throughout, it's very flexible. And so I've showed it with my other corsets, especially the Fredericks of Hollywood one. The minute I sit down or like try to bend my back, it's nearly impossible and it's super uncomfortable. Let me bring you in closer because look at the frill, the floral print. It's also pink, which I absolutely love. And then it's combining my 2 favorite colors, pink and blue together. So we do have a little lace-up detail in the front, but the back does have hook and eye closure. This is probably my favorite corset out of all of them. And you guys, look at this. You can't even see the sleeves, but it does have a little flutter effect here, so it's gonna look so freaking romantic and feminine when it's on. And what's really cool too is that a lot of these are still brand new with the tag attached. But this one does have a lace up front, and then on the interior, it actually has a zip closure. I already know that it's gonna be a pain to put this on because there is no back hook and eye closure. So I literally have to undo the entire lace so that it fits over these broad shoulders, but it's gonna be so worth it because look at this print. It's kind of giving me a retro vintage type vibe. And what's really cool too is that the straps are actually removable. And this one is a size 34B, so I'm really hoping that this B cup actually fits me. I'm not gonna lie, but this next one might be on the verge of ugly because we have so much going on. We have a lot of metallic, we have an abstract print. This little frill at the bottom, it's doing a lot. And then this is the brand Electric Barbarella, and it is entirely mesh construction, so it's very soft, very lightweight, as you guys can see. And this one does have a little bit of damage on the front, so the seam is coming undone here, but I can easily repair that on my own. But it's just something to note, especially if you're only gonna be digging through the $5, $2 piles, is that a lot of them are either damaged or stained, so just keep an eye out for those. But I'll bring you in a little closer because all of the pink is like a tie-dye mesh. We do have the little bit of metallic under the bust there, and then this swirly abstract purple is also pretty metallic-y too. Yeah, definitely like Y2K space girl vibes. This next one too, no surprise, is pink, but man, this is just so freaking awesome. I love all the ruching that it has, and I am a little bit scared for this cup size. It is a size 36B, but I'll just wait until the try on to see if it actually fits. But then let me bring you in closer so we can see this graphic because it's super cinematic. Like the darker ones here are a couple kissing, very theatrical. And then this little pink one, again, is the same couple. The text just says action, camera, so it's super fun and very Hollywood too. And then of course we do have the garter straps on the bottom that are removable. I personally like to take them off just so that you can wear them with some sort of like skirt or pant. Next one here is a little questionable. Like just seeing it without it being tried on, you're like, okay, that's different, could be something new. And then you try it on and it just looks like a piece of fabric draped over your body. But it does have boning on the front and then underwire cups. But the main reason why I got this is because the print actually has little monochromatic cherries on it. But then you can see on one side, it does have this little draping effect. But this color combo really is giving me very much Valentine's Day. I mean, I don't hate it, but I feel like it's gonna be one of those pieces where you do have to style it pretty eccentric to save this piece. And talking about Valentine's Day, this next one totally screams it. First off, this ribbon here on the front, which is removable, makes it look like a huge present, but then the graphic just has a whole bunch of multicolored hearts. I really do like the silhouette of this one just because it looks pretty classic. It just has a back hook and eye closure, and then the boning on this one is a little bit more stiff, so I don't know how comfy it is, but I mean the material is pretty stretchy, so I'm thinking it might be like a nylon spandex fabric. I personally don't like the sash that it has around the waist. I feel like it's too much. So I mean, alone like this, yes, so much better. Now that I'm looking at this one again, I don't know why I got it. It's gonna make me look very nude. But this next one here does have a lot of mesh construction. It has underwire cups, and then the cups are embroidered with pretty little stars and little squiggly lines. I'm barely noticing this now because at first I did see that the cups had embroidered stars, but the cups actually say sexy, 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 and sexy. That is so freaking funny. I had no idea. Hopefully you guys aren't tired of corsets and bustiers quite yet because I still have 2 more to show in this haul. But the next one is one that does not fit me, but I couldn't leave it because it was so freaking cute. And look at it. Oh my goodness. So obviously I can't try this one on because it's super freaking sheer. I'll bring you in closer just so that we can see these details because it does have mesh construction, underwire cups, a cute little floral detail right here on the front. What I think makes it look super romantic are these double straps with a bow and flower detail. I wish this can fit me, but the bust looks a little big and it's hard to tell what size it is when I am really small, but I'm gonna go ahead and say that this fits like a C cup. And we're down to the last item from this specific shop, and it's just this really cute crop top bralette. So it just has this little frill tier detail on the front, and I once went to a warehouse sale and I got some underwear, like high-waisted vintage underwear with the same frill, but I sold them on Depop, so this really kind of makes me regret selling them. So I could have worn it as a set. But even though this is like a bra and supposed to be worn under like a shirt or something, I'm probably just gonna wear it like that with some high-waisted shorts or some high-waisted pants just because it's really hot in LA. I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but I've gotten like 2-3 shades darker that I'm starting to think that my concealer and my foundation is a little too light for me now. But she was only selling this for $5, so I couldn't pass it up. There were a few sellers who didn't have any clothes racks at all, and they just put all the clothes right onto the floor, so it was more of a like a rummage type thing, and those tend to be like the cheapest, so prices anywhere between like $2 to $6. And so I found a $5 pile. It did take quite some time to like go through everything, but I did end up walking away with the Fredericks of Hollywood corset, and it's a red one. I totally regret selling mine because I put it into a mystery bundle and I was just like, oh, the outfits that I could have put together with it. But I ended up finding this one. This one sadly is not in my size. This is actually a 36. So it fits me a little too big. It does have a little bit of wear and tear. So the hem here has a few threads coming undone. And then just a few little stains, but I think it could have been just from being on the ground. The thing that definitely needs to be cleaned are the underarms. We do have a little bit of deodorant stain, so I'm hoping with, you know, a little bit of scrubbing and soap, it'll come right off. Then again, for only $5, I can't complain too much. This next piece I'm super stoked for because it actually fits me. If you're familiar with my channel, you know that I talk about these like antique type of granny shirts that I always pick up at the thrift. And so I found this one here and it actually fits me. When I do pick them up, they always run big for some reason. So if it's a small, it fits like a medium. If it's a medium, it fits like a large. But this one is a size small and actually fits true to size. But this graphic here is all about chocolate, which is so me, because honestly, between every piece and every take, I'm eating Choco Rocks. But really, I love the little details in here. So we have the embellishments, we have a little bit of contrast stitching at the neck, and I know not everyone likes 3/4 length sleeves, but I just think it's really feminine, and it's such a just really casual piece to just toss on and then head out. Okay, this next piece is also just a little basic, but I've been super obsessed with the color orange this summer, so couldn't go wrong with it. We just have a halter neck, surplice neckline, and then an open back. And then this one I got from a little $5 bin. I know this haul has been so freaking long, so if you made it to the end, thank you so much. But we are finally down to our last item of the entire Rose Bowl haul, and it's from a supporter and friend of mine. Her name is Annalise. She is the owner of Ama Vintage, and so I had to snag up this cute little pink sleeveless top. It's hard to tell what it is on camera, so just refer to the try on, but I've been super obsessed with open knit pieces lately, and I finally found one in pink, and I absolutely love this because it's covered in sequins, but it also has an asymmetrical hem. But back to the sequins, I was in Santee Alley a few weeks back, and I picked up a whole bunch of different colored shape sequins. So what I'm wanting to do is sew these little pink floral sequins all over this sleeveless top, just to make it, you know, a bit more fun. But you guys, I'm gonna put her shop info right over here. You should go check it out. She has so many feminine and vintage pieces. So if this is something that you're into, she's your girl. But you guys, that pretty much does it for the end of my Rose Bowl haul. I will admit, I really did have my doubts. In my head, I was just comparing it to the Melrose Trading Post. And if you've ever been, you know that place is expensive. Like, if you do plan on going, be ready to drop $50 on one piece of clothing, which isn't very budget friendly for me. So I pretty much thought that the Rose Bowl was going to be the larger scale of the Melrose Trading Post. So I was preparing myself for the worst. I thought $100 was gonna be a little too low, but for me, that's kind of a lot of money to be spending on clothes. But honestly, with all the $2, $5, $6 piles, you could just go on in with 20 bucks and walk out with a handful of items. The only con really is if you plan on going early to get dibs on, you know, the cooler stuff, admission is $20, which for me, I was just like, what if I don't find anything? $20 is gone like that. But if you are into vintage Y2K fashion, home decor, and little accessories, it's totally worth dropping by. Just make sure that you slather on some sunscreen and bring some water, because right now in LA, it's like ridiculously hot and the heat exhaustion is so real. But if you did like any of the pieces in this video, let me know in the comments down below, because I do want to hold a little giveaway, so stay tuned for that. But also, don't forget to hit up HelloFresh.com and use my code TWINL14 for 14 free meals, including free shipping. But as always, guys, I do post videos at least once a week. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!